guys, what's up? It's your favorite DID system back from the grave again. How you guys doing? Uh, we have been on a hiatus. We have not done the podcast in a while, and that's just due to a lot of personal things in life that happen. Hold on, I gotta move the mic real quick. All right, so yeah, a lot of things have happened since we last did the podcast. We split up from the mother of our child and had a little mini breakup with the other partner, but back together, moved back to our mom's basement, of course, because what else do you do when you're 28, crazy, and have a kid? And yeah, so that's just where we are now in life, and that's why we have not been able to actually do the podcast. But in recent light of things and some news that we were unaware of, and just really a connection to someone from the past, decided, hey, you know what, we do have this podcast we could do, so here we are, we're back doing the podcast. Have to drink some water. We're sick, so this will be the sick episode. We are sick with something. Down with the sickness. Can't even sing right now. I'm so sick. But yeah, as you can hear, the sniffling and whatnot. We are sick, and that's okay, because we got this. So yeah, life has been up and down. It's been all around, and here we are with the supersonic sound. Sorry, I don't remember how to do this. Anyway. Let's bring up some topics, shall we? All right. So first off, we're not gonna make these like an hour long. That's ridiculous. Don't know what we were thinking. Sniff sniff. No, not like thinking like sniff sniff. We were doing drugs. Oh god, no. Sniff sniff as in like we were just joking that we're making the sniff sound. Sorry. That was not even on the mind. We've been going to therapy and have a psychiatrist because we finally have insurance where we can use it, and we don't have to pay a dime, thankfully. So we've just been using that as much as we can. And so yeah, we are hitting the wombo combo on the mind. We have a therapist and a psychiatrist, and they are great. We had another therapist, but she was not capable for us. That's the nicest way to say that. So we kind of self-quit and went to a new therapist, and she's a lot better. So we had therapy today, as the day of recording this, 11/19/2025. And yeah, it was a nice session. Switched in most of the talking. We did something new that we've never done with someone new that we're talking to, especially in the professional field, where we told her that she's not talking to the person that she thinks she's talking to, which is the birth person of our body, but instead she's talking to one of us. And we didn't know how that was going to go, but it went well. It went really well. She was able to hang like she knew what she was doing and all that. So it was a cool little session. We yapped too much. We were supposed to do the boring stuff, but then we kind of threw everything at her, and she was kind of like, "Oh, okay," because she would ask a question, and then with us, it's like, "Well, you kind of gotta get to the nitty gritty." And so we answered with a lot of lower drops, but she said that was fine. So we did that. Hold on one sec. Gotta think real quick. And we're back. Okay, so yeah, so we did a lot of that today, which has been kind of getting our mind back to a healthy place. It's never been in one. Trying to get our mind to a healthy place for the first time in its life, and doing that without depending on marijuana or lovers or anything like that. And gotta say, it's nice. It's kind of nice to be able to just say your truth and someone not judge you and just be like, okay, I hear you. And sometimes that's all it takes, is someone just be like, I hear you. I'm with you on this. I understand you. I hear you, and let's do what we can to get you better. So therapy, I do recommend it for everybody. If you can, you should do it. It's good. It's good for the body, it's good for the soul, and it's good for the mind. And you need all those three to be aligned to have a good, successful life, is what we're learning now. So we're getting our body back. We were 140 pounds of straight muscle last year, but we lost all of that in these breakups and moving and stuff, and our diet, and we started fasting and blah blah blah. So we dropped down to 120 pounds. So we lost 20 pounds of muscle, which is, oh, it was so painful. It's so painful when that happened, but there are worse things in life. So we're getting it back. We're probably around 126 right now, I want to say. The medication that our psychiatrist has us on increases appetite like a fiend. Like, we can't stop eating now. We've been eating so much. We had 2 steak burgers for dinner the other day. It was, oh my gosh. And spinach, we've been trying to eat more spinach and greens and healthy stuff. So yeah, it's been a journey. That's something we can say for sure. But yeah, you gotta get healthy, and so we're working on our body and our mind, and hopefully doing that will get our soul aligned, and we'll be good. All right, so let's get into now the impossible, which is our writing career. Sorry for that awful singing, but we had to do it. Our throat is shot, though. We're so sick. Anyway, we got some prompts here. We got some prompts to talk about. So that we're actually on topic, we're gonna bring one of these up. And I kind of like this one right here. We'll go with character or alter the blurry line. Ooh. So we're going to be discussing how having DID affects us creating characters, and times when a character accidentally ends up based on an alter, and when an alter critiques or edits another alter's writing decisions. So it's your homie Abby here talking, doing the podcast right now, because that's how this goes. Switch those to real world stuff, and I get to play pretend. Just kidding. I get to do the easier stuff, like the writing and the podcasting and the live streaming and the anything creative. Now I get to do. He got to do it when they were in high school and stuff, and now it's my turn. It's my turn, Shay. So that's what we'll be discussing. So to go off that first one, how having DID affects character creation, I mean, it's pretty obvious, you know. We also got a smidge borderline, so we take in a lot of characters and adapt to that too, right? And that's something that we've, realized now. And so, other people's characters affect us. And so it only makes sense that ourselves would affect our characters, right? And so, in a lot of our writings, it is pretty meta, but having the ID and people not knowing or not knowing exactly who we are, they don't know that it's meta. We're able to write our characters as our experiences and like stuff we go through and how we cope with stuff, right? But to the reader, they don't know that. They don't know who we are. They just see the character. So we can have a character that is based off of one of us, but it wouldn't matter because people don't really know us as us. And so that's not something that really bothers us. People may think that or have their own little thoughts and stuff, but no, we kind of figure that out, how to just kind of, yeah, we can sprinkle in some of Switch here, some of Abby here, some of Run in there, and so on, right? And it's not going to make a difference. I mean, in a lot of our writings, we just use our altered names, and that's how we do that. No one knows that. No one's going to be like, this is actually so and so because this and that. It doesn't really matter because people don't know us, like I keep saying. So it's easy to just hide that detail from people, really. And times when a character accidentally ends up based on an alter. I think that's what we kind of talked about already, though. I mean, yeah, we pretty much just covered that one, right? Uh, I guess to discuss how it affects character creation, it makes it easier. It makes it pretty easy to get characters and stuff like that. And the one problem we're having now with characters is, however, realizing that like without friends and a friend group, it's kind of hard now to write characters. We don't really know how to write characters anymore because we don't have friends to base them off of or anybody in public to base them off of. And so that's been pretty hard. Gotta get back out there, make some friends, so that way we can steal their personalities. Anyway, and when an author critiques or edits another author's writing decisions, I mean, that doesn't really happen. Switch might go over some of my stuff and be like, you should change this, or make the plot longer like this, or do that. And that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy mumbo. We pretty much agree because we write together, so it's kind of like tag team in that. Um, hold on, I'm so sick. Get on, get down with the sickness. Okay. So yeah, we gotta tag team that, and we don't really have an issue with that because we do it together now mostly. So no need to critique one another because we both wrote it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm trying to make these not too long because I feel like no one's going to listen to us ramble for a whole hour right now. That's something we got to build up to. I mean, sometimes one might be an hour, one might be 15 minutes. We don't really know. We're kind of just want to get episodes out there, let it flow naturally and everything. But because we are sick, and people probably don't want to hear us sniffling all the time, we're going to cut this one pretty short. We're going to just say, hey, we're back. Podcasting is going to happen more naturally. We're about to get our son in school so we can actually start doing things. We got our driver's license finally. Finally. 28 years old and we finally got our driver's license. Don't give up. Never give up. If you can get your driver's license, you can get it. Okay, if we can do it, you can do it. So it might take some time, just practice and make sure it's something you really want and that you do pursue and all that stuff. But yes, we got our driver's license, so that'll be fun. Kind of want to do car casts where we record podcasts in the car while we drive. That's really the goal. So once we can do that, then we'll be set to go even higher. But if you want to check out our writings right now, we're using we're using Substack. It just seems to be really cool and easy to use, and it's like perfect for what we're doing. We have one story on there right now. If you want to find it, you can Google or go to Substack and just look up Thinking, Dreaming, Loving. It is a short story about someone with DID falling in love with an alter within their system and with a real person. And it's up to the reader, I guess, to figure out who's who until the end because it's currently ongoing. We have like, I think 16 chapters done, and we're probably going to end it at 30. So yeah, it's ongoing. So we're uploading chapter by chapter when we are done editing the chapters, I guess. And yeah, so if you want to check that out, it's Thinking, Dreaming, Loving. Out only on Substack right now. So please go to our Substack, give us a follow, subscribe if you would like to. And yeah, we're going to call it here, guys. Thanks for listening. Shout out to Molly if you're listening to this. Thanks for coming to our live stream and saying that you listen to the podcast because we didn't think anyone did, and we completely forgot about the podcast until you said that. So shout out to you, and yeah, hope everyone else is having a better time. You're not sick, and if you are sick, hope you feel better. See you guys when we see ya. Goodbye.